Welcome to the first ever episode of the Five Star Podcast. I'm your host, Nathan Little, and today we're sitting down with Hall of Famer Jake the Snake Roberts. Don't know how I got him here, but he showed up, guys. Ring the bell.
Give me one! Woo! Bryant for the win! Bang! The Sting and everyone! Oh my! He's got it! Wow. Michigan at the 41. What a hit! Ball's free! On the ground! South Carolina deserves to have it! Seth Rollins just curb stomped Randy Orton! And with that curb stomp, the future is now.
All right, guys, thanks for coming in today. I'm here with my buddy Jake, and he's a WWE Hall of Famer. A lot of famous feuds. Everybody in the business has nothing but praise for you, and now you can add to that list of accolades that you're the first guest on the podcast, and I know you're
maybe
excited
the
about
last.
that. Maybe the last. Maybe the last. You never know. Hazard, Kentucky today got a couple of events popping up. Tell us a little bit about them.
Well, you know, the last 4 years have been really different for me. I have gotten clean and sober, and that's something I've struggled with all my life. And went through some pretty dark times, but I've gotten clean and sober, and wanted to enjoy myself again. Well, hell, I'm 60 years old, so I'm getting a little too long in the tooth to go back into the ring, although I do it occasionally just so I can get some of my frustrations out of some young kid. Something nice about beating up young people. I mean, not too young, but athletes anyway. But I wanted to go around and enjoy some of the times that I missed because I was so messed up. And as a talent in the ring, I can still go back around and meet the fans and talk to them about some of their favorite moments. And sometimes I get to refresh my memory on what I actually did. And I've decided to, I don't know, put the stories out that you normally wouldn't hear about the backstage stuff, about in-the-ring antics that were going on, some of the jokes, some of the ribs. And I call it the Unspoken Word Tour. And it's a blast, man. I get to sit down and tell stories. It's like being in the locker room, telling stories to guys, except you got your clothes on. That's a good thing.
I heard that. Tell me a little bit. I know over the last 4 or 5 years you've been kind of mentored by Diamond Dallas Page. Is that correct?
He got me started down the right road. You know, he'll tell you himself that I did the work. You know, he was just there to kind of guide me. And, you know, anytime you want to come back from something like that, you got to surround yourself with good people. You know, you got to find new places to play and new playthings. Because the only thing I ever played with was drugs and alcohol, you know, and the only people I kept myself around were people that shared that same type of mentality. So to walk away from that completely, go cold turkey from cocaine, doing it daily, and drinking daily, there were some rough times. And, you know, we filmed the whole experience, and there's a movie out that's be coming out shortly called The Resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts. We're taking it to film festivals right now, and it's doing really well, being received really well. I think that it's going to be something that can be used in rehabs, you know, because in the movie, I bear it all. I mean, it's raw footage that's put together, and it's some pretty ugly stuff. I don't like watching it because it's still, I look at it and it just amazes me that I let myself go to that point. And I just want to say quickly that, you know, I've been to a few jails, and not proud of that, several rehabs, and I never met anybody in either place that said, you know, when I was a young kid, my dream was to grow up and become a drug addict or an alcoholic. Nobody dreams of that. And these days and time, there's a lot of it out there, and I talk about that in the Spoken Word Tour, too.
Yeah, seems really interesting. You want to give us maybe a sneak peek of something you're going to tell us now?
No,
a story
of course
or something?
not. Absolutely
Oh yeah,
not.
you got to save that. You got to show up.
You
For
gotta
that
sell that, bro.
Got to show up for that one. Tell me a little bit. Your move's the DDT.
Yeah.
DDT, and I hear that you invented that on accident.
Yeah. I was wrestling a guy by the name of Lynn Denton, and doing a front face lock on him. He stepped on one of my feet, and we fell backwards, and something new was born, man. I've sure made a lot of money with it.
The thing about, what do you think about the way, I know you hit him with it and he sold it,
Yeah.
He laid there, he took it.
Yeah.
And it seems nowadays they're doing tornado DDTs off the top
Oh, they're
of the
doing a
road.
lot of stuff today, man. But these guys today are better athletes than I was, and it's a shame they don't have the opportunity to learn like I did. Nowadays they're put into a camp and they wrestle for 6 months or so, and then they're thrust out into a spotlight to go worldwide. And the pressure's all on them to perform. If they don't get it done, they'll find somebody else that can get it done. So the sad thing about it is these guys aren't going to last long because they're crippling themselves. And that's the one beef I have with it. I love it, the fact that they get up from the DDT, because it just shows people how much better mine was.
No doubt, because when you hit it, they were down.
Yeah, they're down.
There
man.
was
They're
there
not
was
getting
there
up.
was no there was no 1-2 kick out and
No,
three.
no. I can still get it done too.
I heard that. So do you keep up with the product today?
Yeah, I do. Sure, I do. I love wrestling, man. I love what it's really about. I wish it was simpler. I wish the hell they'd get somebody who could write storylines the way I can. But that's nature of the beast, man. Changes are always good, they say, but I'd like to see it brought back to simpler times.
What do you think about the current champ right now, Seth Rollins? What do you think about him?
I don't think about him a whole lot, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really?
No, if I'm going to watch it, I like to be able to catch my boy Bray Wyatt, or even this new kid, Kevin
Owens?
Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
lot of talent there.
two really good bad guys.
You know what they do differently, though? They actually wrestle.
Oh, no doubt.
Amazing.
Really, Bray Wyatt, in a lot of ways, he reminds me of the way you went about your promos.
Mind games and stuff, sure.
Yeah. If you had the chance to sit down with Bray Wyatt and maybe work with
I
him?
have.
Oh, you have?
Oh, yeah, I have, definitely, and I've actually challenged him to a match at WrestleMania next year. I'm going back to school as soon as I get off this road trip, and I'm going back to school to learn pole dancing.
Well,
And
me too.
I want to challenge Bray Wyatt to a pole dancing match at WrestleMania.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you can get me in on that,
You'd buy a seat ticket.
I'll be the triple threat. In it.
There you go,
I'll
baby.
be the triple threat. Well, it's one final thing I want to talk to you about is I know your days in Mid-South. You Dusty Rhodes brought you in. Is that right?
No, Dusty didn't bring me in. I was around Dusty for a lot, though. I was in Florida Championship Wrestling with Dusty, and wrestled him many times, and it's still hard to believe the dream is gone. The day Dusty Rhodes died, some of wrestling died with it. There was no performer like him, one in a million.
No doubt about it. I know you said you'd like for the WWE to have someone that could write storylines like you. Would you ever think of getting into producing or booking or maybe helping the guys down at NXT?
I'd like to. I don't know if they'd put up with me, though, because I'm pretty set in my ways, and I believe there's only one right way, and that's my way. And unfortunately, I don't own that company, so I don't think it would really work out. But you never know. It would be a great opportunity then for them to learn. And I know I have a lot to offer, but I just don't know if I have the patience to do it. I really don't.